that time, we have local real estate superstar Michele, 1L Cummins, no G, and myself, Curtis Pope. It's the Cummins Real Estate Group Show. How you doing, Michele?
Excellent, Curtis. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing excellent. So here we are, another Saturday morning. I know that the smoke is starting to clear up a little bit. Has it gotten smoky at all out your way there?
I have to admit, it has. It has been smoky. It is so smoky. I should name my next dog Smokey.
No, you have to name a bear Smokey.
That too. I'll just name all my animals Smokey.
Well, you know what? It will clear up. We're supposed to see some more showers and stuff, and that will clear the air, and we'll get back away from this. I guess we're just trying to remind you of home, of Southern California.
Oh, that's funny. Not too funny. Yeah, I know. You know what? My nephew was one of those firefighters, you know, who goes into the trenches, like goes into the forest, like drops out of a plane type of firefighter, right?
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, and he, right before all these fires started, he actually quit and started something else. So his mom is very happy that he's not in danger, but, you know, you see all the firefighters and all the risk. It's so much riskier than we probably, you know, that show 911.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. It's just just such brave souls going out there and trying to save everything. So yeah. I thank all the firefighters right now.
Absolutely. Although I prefer real stories from the ER myself.
Yeah, me too, actually.
At least one episode anyway. The one episode I've actually seen, ironically.
Oh, we won't say the name of the show. No. It is the best one of all of them, I have to admit.
Well, again,
right?
It's so weird that the only episode I ever saw of that show had you in it.
That's meant to be. Like, well, yeah, it's the best one. You don't, yeah. It's okay. It's okay show. Hey, do you know that next Tuesday, is that like the first day of fall already?
I try not to think about it.
That's Tuesday. Oh, but I'm loving all the leaves, the crunching. I'm driving through and all the leaves. And I was out showing a property yesterday, evaluating one property, showing other ones. But this one property out in just private acreage in Mission. And oh my gosh, the leaves were falling in between, and the just light breeze, and just the sounds and the views and the feeling and of fall. It's already started. It's so nice.
Oh yes, it's here. Let's face it. It's pumpkin spice season.
It totally is. You know what? We are so fortunate in this area. We literally get like 3 months of every season. We're pretty good about that. Like we have a few good months of every season. Good summer, good fall, good winter, good spring. I think we're pretty lucky. I mean, it seems to all go by fast.
Well, that is very true, because, I mean, you don't even have to move too far away from the Lower Mainland, and suddenly you've got a much longer, colder winter and things like that. So we are really, truly blessed to live where we do live, where we have 4 seasons.
Yeah, exactly. I really, really love it here. It's great. So yeah. I'm trying to enjoy every day and not, think about not enjoying what you should have enjoyed, right?
Well, the only problem with me, this is the thing I deal with every year, is I know that, October might be okay, but then I know in the back of my mind that November is going to rain for 32 days, and there's only 30 days in a month. I don't even know how that works.
It's a mystery.
I know. So it's just like, you're going to get all that rain November, and that just gets depressing.
And that's when you need to open the door and take a nice crisp breeze walk.
In the rain? In November?
Why not? Let your hair go fuzzy, Curtis.
Oh, gee, thanks. Yeah, no, I mean, if I go out in the rain, I might melt. Because I'm made of sugar and spice and everything nice here. Come on.
Oh, down in California on Lake Forest Drive, that's where the street I lived on. When it rained, which was so rare, I would run out without no shoes on. I never wore shoes. That's how I got my first bee sting. It was on the bump on the road. Anyways, stung my foot. But anyways, when it rains, you just enjoy it. You run down the road, you scream, you holler, you dance. It was wonderful.
Yeah, see, growing up in Vancouver, we didn't have the same experience.
The grass is always greener on the other side, right?
I think so, yeah. All right, so this episode is going to be a little different. I understand we're talking a bit of a list here.
We are going to talk about the did you knows in real estate.
The did you knows of real estate. Okay, well, let's get right to it then and see if I know any of these did you knows.
Okay, let's do a couple before our first break. How about?
You know what? That seems like probably a good plan.
Okay, so the first did you know? Did you know that only selected mortgage brokers have access to credit unions? Not all mortgage brokers are the same. There are different levels of certificates, different levels of networking, of connections. And yes, you have to prove yourself as a mortgage broker. You have to put those 10,000 hours in before certain credit unions will, allow your services or take on your services and hire you to help them find their next customer. So that is something to think about and to know, if are you going straight to your bank, straight to a mortgage broker, what type of mortgage broker, what type of lending you need. It's all different. There could be a land with a cabin, let's say, on it, but there's no, let's say, livable kitchen or bathroom, really. There's an outhouse and a well. But, banks don't see that as livable space. So while you may think you can get a traditional mortgage on it, now you're stuck seeing that the banks are now saying it's a commercial lending situation or that you need 35% down, things like that. So keep in mind when you're selecting a mortgage broker that they don't all offer the same amounts of banks. They don't have the same amount of cookies in their cookie jar, even though they do have a lot of cookies, a lot more than just going to one bank, obviously. But, yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, another did you know before we go on break. Did you know that getting funding for a remediated grow-op, while not as simple as a traditional loan, is doable? A lot of people think they can't get financing. But if it's a remediated grow-op, and that is the word and term to use, yes, you can get it. So you have to go through the right people and the right financial institutions, such as credit unions. A lot of times they are okay with it. They may ask, obviously, to prove give them the remediated paperwork. But that is a did you know. And did you know that being a remediated grow-op means that it is like almost a brand new house. They have to strip it. They have been tested. It's been tried and true to be safe. It's an air quality test. You don't have to be afraid of the health part of it, living in the home, right?
Right.
So that's a did you know.
So now remediated grow up. So basically they take everything down to the studs. Is that how they do that?
They have these tests, like I don't know everything they do, but they do a whole bunch of air quality tests and testing throughout the home, where the grow up was done throughout the whole home. If it was done in let's say the garage or an outdoor shop, slightly different if it was an outdoor shop. But yeah, they really strip everything. They don't leave anything not tested. So it is good. It is good.
Okay, so then if you are looking for a house then and you can find a remediated grow-up, I know that they go for quite a bit less though, right?
No, there's a difference. If it's not remediated
okay.
or if it's never been busted but it's been known to be a grow-up, that's when you're concerned. That's when you're looking at about 10% less than the same property that has never been one.
Okay.
And then there's the legal grow-ups to non-legal grow-ups. So if it's a legal grow-up, then that as well, as long as afterwards the city knows about these legal grow-ups, they have authorized them. And when they take the legal grow-up out, they test it. They actually go in and say if there needs to be any repairs and everything like that. So they do that as well for those. The remediation part is where, let's say it has been busted and they had to remediate it. And now all that work, all the renovations have been done. They've got their certificate, their air quality test is done. Those don't go for 10% less. And I'm throwing out that figure. It's around there. Now it's just dealing with possible stigma on the property. So, they say once a grow up, always a grow up. But if it's been remediated, some neighbors, some people, they may, it's that stigma. It's like if maybe somebody died in a house, or a murder was happened in a house, or, somebody thinks a house is haunted. Those are kind of stigmas. So that may affect the sellability of the property, so it may not sell as fast, but it shouldn't affect the price if you're selling when you sell it in a seller's market. But it might affect the price, even if it's been remediated, if it's a buyer's market. That's been my experience the past 17 years.
All right. Well, that's good information to have. So if people need more information on any of these topics or anything to do with real estate, what do they got to do?
My website, michellecummins.ca.
All right. We're back with more right after this. Cummins Real Estate Group show with the one and only Michele Cummins and myself, Curtis Pope. Now, I guess we're going to carry on with the real estate Did You Knows. Is that right, Michele?
Are you excited for the next one?
Absolutely. I'm just shivering here with anticipation. Very good.
So the next Did you know that up to 25%, so 5 to 40K, CMHC and Genworth, they both, these insurers, you can apply on their website for energy-efficient homes. So that means, as a Genworth Canadian insured mortgage holder purchasing an energy-efficient home or refinancing for renovations to improve energy efficiency, you're eligible to receive a partial premium refund of up to 25%. So all borrowers listed on the mortgage loan application must be named on the application for the premium refund. But a lot of people don't know that. So that's a good did you know. And then the next one, did you know you can go back up to 10 years and get a GST rebate, whether it's your primary residence or if you're an investor. So let me talk more about that. So the GST New Housing Rebate, if you purchase a newly built home to use as your primary residence, you can claim a rebate for goods and services tax paid on the purchase. So to qualify, the home must be worth less than $450. So we're talking, in our area, condos and townhouses mostly. And you must own the land or have at least a 20-year lease with an option to buy. A lot of people don't know that. If you do not own the land, its estimated value is added to your home's value when determining your eligibility for the rebate. When you buy your new home, the builder may pass the rebate to you directly by lowering the price of the home to reflect the rebate. That all has to be in the paperwork. If the builder who said that the home does not offer you the rebate, you have 2 years from the date you purchased the home to apply for the rebate from the CRA. And the next did you know? You should find out if you're eligible for the GST new residential rental rebate. So that's if you're a investor. Now, you may be eligible for it, the new residential rental property rebate, if you're a landlord who purchased a newly constructed or substantially renovated residential rental property, or if you're a landlord who built your own residential rental property, or if you're a landlord who made an addition to a multiple unit residential rental complex. To be eligible for the new residential rental property rebate, the fair market value on the qualifying residential unit at the time tax was payable on the purchase or self-supply of the property must be less than $450 again. For land or a site in a trailer park, the fair market value must be less than $112,500. So, if you're somebody who's an investor, who's flipping, who's buying to burr, or, you buy, you renovate, you refinance, you rent out, then this is great rebate to know about. The rental accommodation or land must be intended for long-term use as a residence. So not an investor or not an investment, I should say, that's going to be a short-term rental. So keep that in mind. The next, did you know? GST. Okay, so you can actually, talking more about that, but everyone can get and go back up to 10 years for if you have bought new for your own primary residence or as an investor in multiple units, you can go all the way back from 10 years ago. Now, that is amazing. So a lot of people don't know that. So another did you know? According to RE/MAX, who I'm licensed with, the following are just a few things we're going to see in the future, near future too. 3 things. 1, Canadian housing prices are anticipated to increase by 4.6% in the third and fourth quarter, and that is according to RE/MAX broker us agents, compared to the earlier prediction by RE/MAX brokers of 3.7% at the start of the year. So at the start of the year, it was anticipated to be 3.7. Now we're looking at 4.6%. Now, 32% of Canadians no longer want to live in urban centers. That's the new stat on that. So they're opting for rural or suburban communities instead. I know we've talked about that on previous shows. And thirdly, Canadians are almost equally split in their confidence in Canadian housing market, with 39% confident as they were before the pandemic and 37% slightly less confident, which is interesting because also, like our office, we had our local economists on, and, you know, BCREA, which is the British Columbia Real Estate Association, had the economists, and they're saying that they are expecting an increase next year and an increase in 2022 as well. So the outlook looks very strong and healthy. The Canadian housing market expected to remain active for the remainder of 2020 due to pent-up demand, as mentioned before, and low inventory levels, which is so true, something I'm completely noticing, and, of course, the interest rates being so low. So that is some of the did you knows lately in real estate.
Okay, very, very interesting. Okay, well, do you have any open houses or new listings that we need to know about, speaking of did you knows?
Why, Curtis, of course I do. Okay, so we're talking about an open house this Sunday. I'm going to be there from 1 to 3 out on Mount Woodside in Agassiz. That's in the district of Kent, if you didn't know. It's in Harrison Highlands, that beautiful community. And I'll be there to show you around this beautiful, amazing house. This home is only like 3 years old, and it's custom. It's actually the only one of its kind in the whole community. It was custom made by the builder. It's a new basement entry home, so it has this great recreational room downstairs, propane gas fireplace up and down, quartz countertop. This is just a gorgeous, beautiful home with views. A great extra side parking for your recreational vehicles, an extra large double garage. It's extra large. And there's this amazing rock wall in the background. It's this beautiful feature. This place it's like the Butchart Gardens of private gardens. I mean, it's got the most fantastic river and mountain and valley views. And it's got a commercial grade stairs going up. And Artisan Logs, that company, built this great grand gazebo up on their garden level with this amazing outdoor kitchen area. It's fantastic. The price is $1,099,000, and again, Sunday 1 to 3. Unfortunately, the smoke might hide most of the views, but come out anyways and have a look at it. And then coming soon, I've got a new property off Fairbanks in Mission coming up. This is a fantastic 2009 home. It's a proper 2-story with fully finished walkout basement. And the basement is roughed in already with a kitchen and for a laundry room to have a suite. It already has the full bathroom and bedrooms and big rec room. So it already has that. The price is going to be $960,000. And I'll tell you, that is a really good price for that size, it's like 4,400. It's a big house, a beautiful home, such great features. So that's coming soon. Keep an eye on it. And my quote of the week: things work out the best for those who make the best out of how things work out. And that's John Wooden.
And here I thought it was Yoda.
Oh, Yoda had some good ones, I must say. He did.
Do or do not. There is no try is one of my favorites.
That is one of mine, too.
Well, it's a good one. It's funny because, it's everybody uses that, throws it around, and especially as Star Trek and Star Wars geeks, anybody that's into science fiction. But it's so cool. Anything Yoda says, come on, you can't go wrong.
And how he says it.
Well, yes. And you have to speak in that proper Yoda, Fozzie the Bear kind of voice.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Oh, don't worry. I unlearn what I've learned on a daily basis.
That is why you failed.
Exactly. I don't even remember where I parked my car right now. It's outside somewhere.
The greatest teacher failure is.
Oh, then I should be a professor by now. All right. Well, I guess we should probably wrap things up here. If people want more information about real estate and what you do as a realtor, what can they do?
MichelleCummins.ca.
And make sure you join us again next week when once again we will talk real estate in order to unlock your real estate potential on a show where real estate is maximized. Thanks for listening.